city's marketing and communications department. We have with us today several city officials to discuss what our preparations are for the upcoming winter storm. We have Keith Huff, who is the Director of Traffic Field Operations. He will speak first, and then we have Leah Cordell from Emergency Management and Tabitha Childress with the Winston-Salem Fire Department. We would like to also address what residents can do to help prepare for this storm. And so that's why we have these others represented. We also have a representative from utilities to perhaps answer any questions about preparing our homes for freezing temperatures during the storm. All right, if we're all ready to get started, I am going to hand this over to Keith Huff. He and the others that I introduced are in the emergency management situation room at the in the county building.
All right, thank you, Sue. Again, my name is Keith Huff. I'm with the City of Winston-Salem's Field Operations Department, and want to brief the attenders on what we're doing as far as preparation for the winter weather event and what's going on with the road network. And what I'm going to do is break this down into components. First, tell you what type of equipment that we'll be using, then pre-storm activities, and then during the event itself. So over the past couple of days, the city's field operations staff and our fleet services department have been prepping several pieces of equipment. What's going to be used for this storm are 16 tandem axle dump trucks with plows and spreaders. We have 4 independent brine trucks that will be spreading brine. We have 5 motor graders. And then we are using about, or have available for use, I should say, about 900 tons of road salt. So prior to the event, and this is already going on as we speak, it actually started on Tuesday, where crews are going out and they're brining the major arterial roads and the collector streets. And then they are also going to brine access points to critical care facilities, hospitals, dialysis centers, etc. It's part of pre-treatment before the winter weather even gets here. Then shifting gears to Friday morning, with the intended arrival of this being Friday afternoon, we are going to start 12-hour shifts on Friday morning. We will be lining up into the actual winter weather event's arrival. But we will be working 12-hour shifts, 7 A to 7 P, until the storm event basically is done and concluded. A little bit about our priority ranking when the snow event comes. We will still deal with the major arterial roads first. Once they are cleared, we will back down to the collector streets, and then finally we will go into residential roads. So that hierarchy is what we're going to maintain, with the exception of those critical care facilities. Again, your hospitals, dialysis centers, etc., they are exceptions to that hierarchy. So again, we're going to basically triage as that. If we have emergency calls from police or fire, we will break off to attend those to coordinate effectively with first responders. I guess a couple of messages for the general public. If you do not need to get out during this event, the I guess request is to stay home, because road clearing will take longer with more traffic on the roads. And if you do have to get out, drive basically in concert with the conditions. The worse conditions that you're going to see, the slower and more responsive that you need to be as a driver. So that's where our general plan exists as we know the weather to be right now. And I'll take any questions when the other folks conclude their presentation. So thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Tabitha Childress, Public Information Officer, Winston-Salem Fire Department. Just a couple of tips for heating for the public. Please don't plug heating devices into extension cords. We would prefer you plug them directly into the outlet in the wall. Maintain safe heating, keep space heaters away from flammable items, and ensure chimney and heating systems are clear from debris. And then lastly, test for smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. Ensure all detectors are functioning and have fresh batteries. Oh, also, if I could add, please don't try to heat the home with the stove or oven.
I think we're probably good at this point. If you want to take questions.
Hi, my name is Joshua Davis. I'm a reporter with Channel 12. Thank you guys for your time today. So you mentioned the salt brine, how you guys are already in that process of treating some roads. Considering that we had some wintry weather earlier this past weekend, are you guys experiencing a shortage at all of salt due to this last weather event?
No, we are not. Right now, our stock supplies, our salt stock supplies, I should say, are very good, and we do not anticipate any type of issue shortage-wise with road salt. So we are good to go.
Are there any other questions?
I guess I have one more. Earlier, we already know that the city of Winston-Salem is dealing with some kind of cyber event. I'm kind of curious, is that impacting how you guys are responding to the preparation for wintry weather by any chance?
Hi, Joshua. I'm Aaron King, Assistant City Manager. I'll field that question. Short answer is no. So residents, if they have any issues Friday evening and over the weekend, they're able to call 311 as they traditionally would, and they can be connected with a CityLink representative. That's handled on evenings and weekends by a third-party contractor, and that service is fully functional in the evenings and weekends. So that service is still there. As far as the actual response to the event, there are no impacts from the cyber event that affect our ability to respond to this event.
Okay, any further questions? We do plan on having an update, and I will send out a media advisory on this for Saturday at noon. We do plan to provide an update on the preparations and how the streets look, and I'll be sending out information about that on Friday.
Can I ask a real quick question?
Sure.
Sorry if I missed this. I was having some technical difficulties, but what are the roads that are your main focus right now and making sure they're brined and prepared?
Well, as far as right now with the brining, we're concentrating on the major arterial roads that are city-owned. NCDOT has their own plan for state-maintained roads, but we are concentrating on our major arterials and then the collectors, and then any routes that are to critical care facilities like hospitals or dialysis centers. That is our major focus with the brining activities. One other separate brining activity that we undertake is the central business district. We do not plow snow in the central business district, so that is given a heavier dose of brine and road salt leading into the event. So that is pre-event strategy right now.
Okay, well, thank you all for joining us today. Again, we will send out more information on Friday regarding the update on how we have treated the roads and the conditions of the roads. We will do that on Saturday.